Hi my students, now we'll be looking at another form of expansion. So exercise 5b, textbook 118, we are looking at question 1a, f, g and h. I need you to copy all in your notebook. After this, you'll be doing workbook 5b, page 65, question 1, the entire question 1a to d. So they say expand each of the following. So expand just means you distribute equally, as we mentioned in the previous video. So let's see this question. Question 1a. Now in this case, right, we have two brackets and two expressions. Bracket a plus 3 times bracket a plus 7. So how do we do in this case? It's also the same thing. We expand and we group all the like terms together. So how do we do in this case? So I'll be using two color pen. Okay, so first thing first is use the rainbow method. We're doing one term at a time. So a times a times the second expression. And using another color, 3 times the second expression. Okay, so over here is something that we are familiar with. So a times a, using the rainbow method. Okay, since there's no space on top, I'll write the arrow at the bottom. Okay, so a times a will give me a square, and a times 7 will give me 7a, and 3 times a will give me 3a, and 3 times 7 will give me 21. So I highlight all the like terms together. So in this case, there's only 7a and 3a. So since there's only a square alone, I copy it down. 7a plus 3a will be 10a. And since this is 21 alone, so I copy it down. So this one will be my answer after I expand it. So some of you might ask, how do I know that this one works over here? So let's use some numbers to convince you. So let's see this question. 3 times 2 plus 4, is it equals to bracket 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 4? So these 3 over here, right, I break up into two numbers, 1 and 2. So now let's see whether so now let me convince you. So if I use the rainbow method as I use over here, so I draw it first. Okay, so looking at the right hand side means this part of the equation. So 1 times 2 plus 4 plus 2 times 2 plus 4. So I use the expansion as usual, the rainbow method. Okay, so I write it at the bottom so that it won't be so confusing for you when you see the arrow. So I know 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 4 is 4. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So now I use my calculator and add them up. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 8, 18. So my right hand side is equals to 18. Now let's check the right hand side. So I use the rainbow method. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12, which is equals to 18. So left hand side is equals to right hand side. So this means, right, the rainbow method works. So I'm using this number over here. The concept is numbers. I apply it to algebra. That's why you can use this method over here. Or another way, you can just take 3 times 6. Cos 2 plus 4 is 6. And it gives us 18 also. So this means, right, our expansion over here, we can use it onto the algebra side. That's why we can use rainbow method in this case. So now let's look at question 1f. So in this case, also the same. Let's use the rainbow method. Okay, so 2 times 2f times the second expression plus 1 times the second expression. So 2f times 3f This one is 2 times 3 is 6. F times F is F square. So 2F times negative 1. Must be careful with negative terms. So it's negative 2F. So 1 times any number will always give us the same number. So I can just write it down. So there is negative 1. So I highlight all the like terms together. Including the operators in front, like the plus or minus. So in this case, it will be 6F squared minus 2F plus 3F will give me positive F, which is F only, minus 1. So this one will be my expression over here. So let's look at the next part, part G. So same thing first, we do the rainbow method. So 3G times F minus 2G plus 1 times 5 minus 2G. So rainbow. So 3G times 5 will be 3 times 5 is 15, and then write down the G because G is only alone. 3G times negative 2G. So 3 times 2 is 6, and this one there's a negative sign, so don't forget it. So it's negative 6. G times G is G squared, which is G to the power of 2. So next one, 1 times 5 and 1 times negative 2G. So anything times 1, right, will just be the same number. So I just copy it down. So now I highlight all the like terms. Let's check. So there's only 2 like terms. And don't forget about the positive or negative sign in front. So 15G minus 2G will be 13G minus G squared, so is alone, and plus 5. So normally when we write this expression, right, we'll write the highest power in front, which means the highest number in front. So I rewrite my equation. Negative 6G squared plus 13G plus 5. Okay, so for some of you, right, will ask, can I don't write the second steps over here? No, can I just like multiply straight away? You can do it also, because that's what I usually do also. So let's look at the alternative method. So if you are faster, you can use this method. So I do expansion again. Right, this time round, right, I will omit the second step. So how do I omit the second step? So let me show you. So 3G times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. Write down G alone. 3G times negative 2G. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And it's G squared. So the next one, let's look at the red arrow. So 1 times 5. 5. 1 times negative 2G be negative 2G. So anything times 1, right, will always be copying down the same term. So over here, I highlight all the like terms. So in this case, it's also the same. 15G minus 2G, 13G minus G squared plus 5. So I rearrange the terms. Okay, so you realize, right, those steps are the same. It's just that I do the second step mentally. So 3G times 5, I can just write it here. 3G times negative 2G, I can write it here. And 1 times 5, I can write it here. And 1 times negative 2G, I write it here. So in this case, right, I can like save one step. If you are familiar or you're faster to catch idea, you can do it this way. So if you still need more time with yourself, be patient. You can just do it. You can just write out the second step. After that, you can just expand it out. It's also the same. It doesn't matter. It depends on which way suits you the most. So for the next one, it will be 2. I'll use the rainbow method again. So 2 times 4 minus 3h. So in this case, right, I must be very careful because there's a negative sign in front, so I must put negative h times 4 minus 3h. So rainbow. Okay, so the reason why I use the arrow is because so that I can remember. I won't miss any term. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times negative 3h, right? 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And 2 times h is, no, 2 is already been multiplied. So I'm left with h, so I write it down. So negative h times 4, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, and write down the h back. So negative h times negative 3h. So I take the times the number first. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. H times h is h squared. So now I highlight all the like terms. Negative 6h and negative 4h. So in this case, I copy down the terms that remain unchanged. So negative 6h minus 4h, right, it will be negative 10h. So you can use your calculator to help you. So negative 6 minus 4. No, negative 6 minus 4. Negative 10. And plus 3h squared. So normally I will write the highest power in front. So 3h squared minus 10h plus 8. So the shortcut, right, will be the same as stated above. I'll just draw out the arrow and multiply directly without writing the second steps. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times negative 3h is negative 6h. Negative h times 4 is negative 4h. Negative h times negative 3h will be positive 3h squared. So highlight all the like terms. It will be a good habit. So 8 minus 10h plus 3h squared, and 3h squared minus 10h plus 8. Okay, so this one will be my answer. So that's it.